Hey Magma, hey Nightmare, how's it going? There's Nightmare's obligatory message. He hasn't missed a day, and I'm impressed with how quickly and how soon he does it. Like, he's just waiting for me to go live all day because I don't have a fixed time that I do that. I saw your message yesterday, but maybe I said it after you were already gone, Magma. Yeah, this is a good little positive affirmation, but I did hit 1700 in chess, so now basically I don't have to keep doing these extra sessions. That's all I was trying to do for now. So now I don't have to keep trying to fit it into other categories and try to ruin that. And it looks like they did some sort of new update, and of course they're trying to push the sequel, which I have no interest in doing, because this, for all intents and purposes, is like my first time playing this anyway, so I wouldn't really feel the need to, we'll save that for some other time. The one thing I might do for my Saturday format now is actually some of these fan games that I've been seeing, like, oh, there's an Ocarina of Time roguelike or something. Not that I'll do it as a whole series, but I'll do it like as just a one-off thing to try it, since I haven't been doing my Saturday format, because also chess has been sort of hogging that. What I hate about this game is that if you tab out, and I don't think I could find a setting to stop it from happening, I think that it doesn't let you actually play the sound. Like, it'll cut off the sound as soon as you tab out, so you can always tell, which Magic the Gathering does that in a certain sense, and so does this other game. What's it called? Arc. Obviously, like there is a setting to even stop it, but it still happens for like a second. I think in Magic Arena especially. Right? Own and Smite too. So of course none of this stuff I really care about, right? Because it's a free to play first playthrough, whatever the fuck. We're not really getting into the business model. The music is like super quiet too. I can barely even hear it. Maybe it's just meant to be like that on the screen. You don't wait for it, you just go. Yeah, but you could be busy doing something else. I'm impressed with your commitment and dedication to this. Let me see, my chat's always at a weird angle. Okay, so, oh yeah, I wanted to do, what was that last debate topic that Nightmare put in the channel points? Like Alexandra or her sister. I think I misread it when I answered it, or maybe I didn't answer it, so let's discuss that before we start. Like, obviously Alexandra is better at chess, and obviously she's like the one who made the channel famous, and it's her whole thing, so I would say her in that context. What else? Like, just, we have like a lot in common, actually. As much as I've criticized her, like, we have sort of that same nerdy sensibility a little bit. Like, it's kind of hard to explain, but just, there's one particular video that unfortunately they took down, like, where she's geeking out about she's doing like some memory test, and she's getting all mad and super enthusiastic about it and stuff, and Andrea's like confused and she just doesn't get it. So like, that's my sort of same sensibility there too. Okay, so this is like episode 4 or 5, I can't even remember exactly. I did like 2 episodes as Arachne, where I felt like I was playing bots the whole time, and then apparently I lost in a game against bots, I would assume too. And then I played 2 episodes as Cleodana, and then I lost as her. So they've both been melee champions so far, and both girls. And I think the next one I was playing is going to be now, it's going to be my first game as them, but they're also melee, I think. Or no, maybe they have a bow, I can't remember. Or maybe they're going to change the rotation at some point. No, he's also melee too, so it could just be that I'm getting, I wouldn't even say unlucky, because it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it could just be that this game has more Chinese. Huh? What did it say for the other 2 there? Greek, okay, and this is also Greek, or Celtic, or Celtic. I don't know how you, Celtic Guardian, like from Yu-Gi-Oh, is how they say it. Isn't the first-person view League of Legends? It's actually not even first-person view, though. It's just more like over-the-shoulder third-person instead of like Diablo overhead style. Maybe I should try to play it in first-person. Actually, that might be fun, but it would probably put you at a disadvantage. But yeah, it's just like a more zoomed-in perspective, which I've always liked that more, actually. And it's apparently considered casual. Maybe that's why I like it too, but I mean, this shop and stuff like that is still going to be a factor. You have this pet. I'll kind of read through his abilities again. I read it at the end of last time, but I didn't actually play it. And so we can make it so like we play as only 1 per episode, but it's not like I play long enough to really... The illustrious sage, but a sage would imply that you're like, using spells and stuff. What the fuck? But no, I won 2 games I did 2 episodes as Arachne, then I did 2 episodes as Cleodana. And so she was the one with the dagger, and you're supposed to jump through walls, and I just wasn't willing to really try that mechanic. It seemed kind of too complicated, and I didn't feel like I really needed to do it, but the whole theme of the 2 games, and only 2 that I've lost, is that I have basically, you get off to like a bad start. So whether you're feeding, I disagree with the difficulty too, because this is one of those more advanced, you got to go through the walls and do all this kind of crazy crap. So I'd say that one should be more difficult. Arachne I can understand being average, but no, it could just be that this game has a lot of melee champions in it, or it could be that I happen to be getting them because I'm just going in order of both alphabetical order and the rotation order just to try to use the free ones as long as I'm able to, right before I have to use the ones that you base start with. So I'm not going in absolute order. I'm skipping, I skip all these 3, 4. So it's, on one hand, it's that it could just be incidental, but it's interesting to see that the first 3 happen to be melee champions, which I don't even mind that. In fact, I quite liked Arachne. I didn't like Cleodana as much because, again, that whole wall stuff is just some mechanics I'm just basically going to ignore. Like, not even because I don't think they're good or something. I'm either just too lazy or stupid to figure them out, or I don't really like them. It doesn't mean they're bad, but I do that sometimes. I'm trying to think in some of these other runs, like Overwatch, there'd be a mechanic that I know is good, but then I just never use it because I'm just like, fuck it. Even as Bastion, like I would play Bastion, but I wouldn't like using the turret. I would like to just run and gun and fucking do whatever. I wouldn't always want to just sit on the turret. So I read the lore when they die at the very end. So Cleodana is dead, Arachne is dead. I should actually kind of measure how good their streaks were. Like, how many did I win? I think I maybe won more with Arachne, but it was probably about the same, like 4 or 5 with both. And so melee, physical, warrior, high single, what were they considered? Warrior, assassin, assassin, and then obviously something's going to be a tank. But I mean, again, there could be a ranged assassin and a close assassin. They're even trolling me because I love playing mages, but this guy's a sage who is not using magic. Warrior, high single target damage, high attack speed, and he has this little dinky pet that's going to come into play, which could be pretty interesting. So let's reread these again. Opens the third eye, analyze the enemy's strength and weaknesses. So this is going to be, or this is just your passive. Every time you hit an enemy with basic attack, the dog hits for 5% of basic attack. But how does that work in terms of the positioning? Like, assuming that the dog is right there. Right, but what if the dog is somewhere halfway across the map, or it didn't catch up to you or something? 5% of his basic attack plus 2% of the target's max health, which is pretty good actually. The percentage damage only works against gods and minions, as opposed to turrets, obviously. Plus 5% of your basic attack power. Opens his third eye, so you'd only have to hit them 50 times with that, or slightly less. Magman, oh yeah, that's fine. He was overwhelmed by your use of the little copy paste thing. Opens his third eye, analyzes strengths and weaknesses. When activated, he gains additional physical damage, lifesteal on his strike. He also applies his attacking debuff. This is like one of those Yu-Gi-Oh card text moments. Like, it does too many fucking things together that you're just kind of reading through it. He applies his attacking debuff to enemy gods, reducing their damage dealt to all sources. Stacks last 3 seconds. If the buff effect has ended and the ability is on cooldown, successful basic attacks reduce the cooldown. Like, it's too much. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, I'll just use it just to use it. There's one of 2 problems. Like, either you just face roll, button mash, and don't use the ability optimally, but then the flip side is that you don't use it and you try to save it for the perfect time, but the cooldowns are so short on so many of these things, you may as well just do it, even if it's not perfect. Otherwise, you'll be sitting there waiting the whole game. So, like, you got to balance that, the desire to save it for the perfect use and the desire to just use it, period, rather than waste the cooldown potential. Launches a spear that damages enemies on impact. Enemies in the dead center are rooted in place. So that's kind of, obviously very suited for a melee character, because even though it's a ranged ability, it's gonna, as they're trying to run away, you can try to get them with that. Transforms into a mink or turtle. Oh yeah, this one I found interesting. 72 transformations, more like 2 transformations. I don't really get the name of that. It's like you're self-polymorphing. Yeah, the one magical ability you get. You don't get to polymorph your opponent, but you get to do it to yourself. Into a mink or a turtle, charges forward, becoming immune to knockups and slows. Mink damages all... Now, I don't know if it's random. Like, how do you choose which one? Mink damages all enemies, stopping on first god hit, and increasing attack speed and movement speed for 4 seconds. You probably want to get it at the end of the 4 seconds as much as possible. Turtle gains health shield boosted. Gains a health shield that is boosted by 75% of your protections from items for 12 seconds. So you probably prefer the mink, but I don't fully understand. Oh shit, I don't need that. 9 turns. He has all these weird numbers in his attack names. 9 turns blessing. Taunts nearby gods, gaining damage mitigation for the next 4 seconds. Afterwards, if he's still alive, he's healed for a flat amount plus 12% of his health. Now this is like his ultimate too, right? These are typically the ults on the right. But the whole thing with this is, what does a taunt even mean? Like, oh, it forces them to attack you, but this isn't the kind of game where you can do that, or you can't do that to players. I don't really understand, but obviously, and I wish the stats would actually show you something like history. Nothing. Now I understand that means, oh, it's not a rated game, but at least show me. Like, I'm not trying to flex it. It's just, I just want to see what I did. Like, you know, how many, I can just check my VODs. That's why it's good to have this on video. Do I make your viewers leave? Since I showed up, he hasn't shown up, and basically, and the biblically accurate, no, I mean, it's not your fault. Sometimes you're a little bit of a troll, but I don't mind that. You can be as much of a troll as you want. I'm something of a troll myself, like the way you make fun of their tendencies a bit, but that's fine. Let's see. So, oh, you know, the thing I forgot too, this totally slipped my mind. Oh no, I'm not ready for this, dude. I was already tired and not really wanting. I got to do the 5v5 try hard League of Legends equivalent mode, because not only is it permadeath for the gods, meaning I played this as Arachne, but then when I lose I have to change the god, but also the game mode. And then when I lose as Cleodana here, I have to move to here, right? And then at that point I would just rotate back or something. I don't really I don't know what all this stuff is. Maybe I should do it here and then it would be fine. Like, would that give me credit in the thing? Or I guess it must just be like in the stats. Unlocks at level 30. I mean, that's gonna be a long fucking time before then. Let's just do this, which I'm not too happy about it. I don't even know what role the guy is. Like, what, how do I even know that? He's a solo mid carry support jungle. I genuinely don't even know. What the fuck, bro? Okay, I didn't actually queue up by doing that though. Okay, let me actually see. Like, really, what were they? Your role is Grey Jungler. Okay. Your role is... It literally doesn't tell you. Like, what is an assassin? Like, you can try to guess. I don't know what role, what lane you're supposed to be in. Isn't that amazing? Like, that's true even in League. Of course, everyone just knows everything and everybody looks shit up or whatever. Right? The meta just speaks for itself. But it doesn't even really tell you that. You're a warrior, so what the fuck is my lane supposed to be? I don't know. Physical warrior. That is kind of dumb. I'm going to assume that he's like, I don't really want to play a solo lane, first of all, so... No. Oh, fuck. What did I want to change my shit. Okay, so I would assume he is a... Fill. But I don't want to fill. I just want to do what I want to do. Wait, what? It says it didn't do that, though. It's still showing those ones there. Solo, no. Mid, no. Isn't solo and mid kind of the same thing, though? Because you carry, no. Assuming range carry support. Jungle. You could be like jungle. I don't really know. Carry or support. It's not going to make sense because whatever. I'll just do that and then... Oh, it's just showing that anyway, though. Yeah, why don't I just put fill and then I'll just say fuck it. I'll just do what I want to do anyway. Because I'm just stubborn about that. It doesn't mean I have to do them in order, but I just will anyway. Or again, I'm worried about if they go off the rotation. But what we've learned in these first 4 or 5 episodes is that the rotation lasts a super fucking long time, which on one hand is good. It means if I go on a good win streak, I can keep playing as the same one without having to buy it for in-game currency, which would create some confusion because then I don't want to waste it just like that. But then it would also hurt me that if I loses too many of these, then the rotation takes like literally a year to change because it's been like over a month and it's still the same one as what we started with, like Arachne and stuff. Look at this cutesy kawaii stuff. What is this? V Shoujo. Okay, let's just make sure we get the guy locked in. So he's considered a solo lane, I guess. I'm glad that it worked out there, but I don't really understand that. But solo where even? Like, isn't solo... Oh, are you solo on top maybe? This shows you how much I know offhand. So top is solo, bottom is the two people, and mid is also solo though. Wait, what? I'm so confused. How can... No, top and bottom should... Oh, well, I guess there's a jungler, so I'm not... I genuinely don't even know. Or like, why is that such an absolute thing too? Now everybody's going to be tryharding in this mode, I'm sure. Got a pretty sick Cerebrus skin there. So I'll only do a couple games really, but obviously we don't want to lose as this guy or anybody ever, but I have no idea, you know, about the nuances of the map or how exactly this is going to work, but and I don't even know if these are really going to be players. This game mode just kind of is going to go against the whole spirit of what this game has been so far, though. It's been just very fun, open-ended, and just like whatever. The first one had no lanes. The second one had only one lane. Right? This is the casual vibe that we were trying to go for with what is supposed to be a casual game. But I mean, this still counts. I just don't really know it. Okay, so everything is like auto done too with respect to... I'm assuming I'll go top because... Or I guess it makes sense that you'd be like, oh, you're solo. Because of the simple fact that... Or you're like supposed to do all kind of jungle shit too, but I won't even bother, I guess. You are going to be in a position where... you're never alone because you have your little pet with you, so that kind of makes sense. This is your tower too. Like, I've never seen this map maybe before, because even if I played the thing, additional protections for your tower once destroyed will not respawn, defended from enemy gods. This guy looks pretty cool at least, but yeah, you could play... Oh no, you can't play it in first person. Fuck, I was gonna say that would actually be a cool consideration. Oh, whoops. So this is where we're gonna be, but yeah, I like how all these things are just decided upon though as like an absolute. Why does it always have to be that top is solo, bottom is whatever, two people, and then why not the opposite? Why can't the top? You would think they're relatively identical. It's based on some element of the jungle, you know, certain objectives and things that happen over the course of the game, but you would think those would almost be interchangeable at times. And then, of course, mid is typically the solo lane. So there's a solo mid, and then there's the jungle, and then there's the... But see, the jungle should help the top then more, because you know they're alone. So by that logic, the bottom... It makes it sound like I've never played League of Legends either, but obviously... I haven't played in a long time, and obviously I didn't take it like super seriously, so... I don't really know what to do with this. The 3 is going to be what? I forget already. Oh, it's the mink shit. So even my abilities are sort of auto doing it, right? I haven't been choosing that. I haven't been... So auto purchase, auto whatever. Elder Dryad. So somebody already died. Now how do you choose this? I don't get it. Based on maybe the range of what you go at, or... Oh shit, I didn't want to do that at all. And I didn't know how that works, so it's not the best way to try to discover it. Or all you got to do is this last hit cheese. There's two elements here that are kind of fun though, because it's the fact of the fact of number one, of being a melee character in a game like this and have the auto attack not be so automatic, but also the fact that... What the fuck is the deal with this? I don't know how it works. Number one, that it's melee character. Number two, that the auto-attacking is at least remotely satisfying compared to most games. But then number three, the fact that the perspective is also more immersive. So you're no longer just holding down on a target auto-attack with respect to, you know, you're not just holding down and clicking on their icon to auto-attack. So that's more interesting, that you at least have to tap it and whatever. It just feels a little more satisfying. But then also, it feels more satisfying that you're able to basically... that you're able to basically first of all, even have so many melee characters that we're starting with, and then number 3 is that you're trying to whatever, the perspective is more immersive. So what is this supposed to be like? I don't know how strong they're gonna be. Or I always have this tendency that I try to keep tapping it. I don't like to hold it down, even though you're probably better off doing that. I genuinely have no fucking idea how this thing works. Like, I'll even use it here. How do you... I don't know how it works. You're supposed to hit them in a... Let me see how much this hits. Or I shouldn't, because, I mean, they're right there, so I would rather wait. What are you hitting there? Totem. Oh, you're trying to pin your dumbass there. I don't know how this fucking thing works, dude. I really don't understand. I read it multiple times, too. What the fuck? Backpedal jump to fucking safety here. It can be a little annoying when they always get you low on health and stuff, but... Isn't that supposed to be the spear one, or what? I would have to practice this ability somehow. Like if you hit it in there, let's say. I'm just gonna die doing that. I'm actually gonna die. Or what? Okay. I was trying to do the F and then I opened like the fucking map. I thought the F is supposed to be the thing that goes in front. Not that. Like it goes in front of you like whatever. My other characters have that. And I, of course, can't tell whether these are actually bots or not, but I mean, I'd gladly play against players. You would just have to play a little differently, a little bit slower. I'm very confused by this. It said, like, okay, based on how far you go with it. Let me try this one, then. You can cancel anytime you want. And now I kind of forgot what they did, or I can always look at that, too, I guess. Or they keep destroying the totem, which I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work either. Or, I mean, they have an innate advantage here just with respect to the range aspect. You sometimes have to let them push it back. Otherwise, you know, if you overgreed, overcommit, it's going to fuck everything up. This is supposed to be the spear, but I don't get it. And we're still doing fine. I just am not super happy with this. I don't know, like, what evasive maneuver I can do besides using the 3, probably. So this will be the little possum thing. Yeah, they're too evasive themselves. There's nothing I can do. And, of course, they can just hit me fucking with impunity there. There's nothing I can do. It's kind of a maybe hard counter top matchup. Like there's only so much I can really do about it. Right, you don't even want to be here right now. You'd rather go back and just deal with it. But maybe not. But I'm just gonna die. Or sometimes they can sneak around the side like this shit too. Right, which is, I mean, that's the whole point of jungling. But somebody did that in kind of a creative way before, like it was sort of in between 2 towers where it didn't feel like you're really meant to get hit there, but this just goes all the way, and it's supposed to be like it stops on impact with them, but it like wasn't doing anything. I don't really get it. That's the more aggressive one, I think. So I'm 0, what am I, 0, 1, and 1 probably. They're not pushing the thing very aggressively. That thing's dead. Probably the jungler took care of it, or maybe it's hostile for both of us because both sides seem like that. Even if you are gonna try to kill them, you would do it in the context of there's a lot of this back and forth that happens, like where you just, yeah, nice jungle attempt, dude. There's a lot of this back and forth where you feel like you're just kind of needling the other person, but you're not really going to do anything with it. I got to use that 3 mostly just to escape because I don't understand what it's doing. This one you go like this, but then what do you do with it? I don't know. Like, it must just be doing damage in a base sense that I'm not understanding. Here, I'll do it again even. And even that's not doing it in a straight shot the way I expect. Like, okay, 3 is just gonna do like this, let's say. Which is a bad idea, but I'll just do it anyway, fuck. Why? Or they're not really even behaving very human-like. That proves they're a bot right there. But yeah, their ability to needle me with the... It's still 7 to 7. You can like right click to cancel, or you can like whatever. Okay, like that, it's more like an upward shot. I'm expecting it to be like a straight shot. It took me that long to basically process it. I mean, see, I can just kind of stay here and farm experience for a while. Right tower has been destroyed. It's called bottom, actually, technically, even according to your own fucking game design. But this one is under some threat as well. Ah, I keep doing that when I don't mean to. Look how low they're even letting themselves get, but there's not much we can do about it, especially since I'm low on mana. They got it down to 643. Now, if you were good, you could go in and try to kill them, but I'm also low on health and everything. Hey, this would be a great time for the jungler to come in. They're letting themselves get pretty low, dude. I see him coming, dude. I'm too much of a pussy to do anything. Like, I'm fucking dying, dude. And I don't even have any mana. I don't even get an assist for that, and I don't even deserve it. I didn't even do anything. Destroy this fucking stupid thing. Or that guy's fucking greed comes in there. Fucking dumbass. For a dive for what, dude? Wait, what? I can't fall, my friends still need me? Or like, what was he saying? I can't recall my friends still need me? He fights for his friends, like Ike from fucking Super Smash Brothers. Even though Ike's a badass character, like from Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn, but still, the way they show it there. I like the way characters jump. I feel like the other two were kind of pretty cool with their animations there too. I just feel like so many things in these games get bogged down by unnecessary elements, like the items and things like that. Like, they should always have a mode that just doesn't have that. Like, just use the mechanics to the best of your skill and ability, and then don't even worry about anything else. With like the... Yeah, we've lost almost 2 of these towers already. And we got a 2v1 up here. Not that we really pushed back too hard, but we're winning a little bit on the score in the score sheet. But I don't know exactly what the totem thing comes down to. That's at least a pretty good thing that you can keep, you know, what I just call needling, or, you know, doing annoying things that a lot of characters in... a lot of characters in that game will do it. In League will have abilities like that to I forgot what that even does, but at least we're using that to push them back a little bit. Or, you know, you use this to try to get in at them, but come on, how the fuck? I'm too much of a pussy to do that. How do you not finish them off? Which is my fault too, but I mean, that's where you do actually turret dive. We're still 12 to 9. Is not bad as a team. So what do we do now? We could try to push the tower a little bit, but this is where you just get baited in a little bit too much. Can't you just hit this without getting hit by the turret too? You just kind of stand here and fucking do it. That's good. Just kill steal them the same way, you know, you get the last hit kind of cheese that you do. This is like a little mini objective element that you do as well. So Arachne is helping out my dumbass here. And of course there was no jungling potential or anything like that in the other thing, because obviously you have the simple fact of I keep forgetting to use that too. Sometimes you use stuff just to use it, basically. He's not really putting much pressure on me to push this back, which indicates sort of bot behavior even. Fucking burping clown guy. That must be a meme almost as good as the farting meme and defecating meme in the fucking Ark. What is this all about even? Yeah, maybe now is not the time to be fucking doing that. Maybe I just underestimate how much that does or something, but I mainly think of it as more just something I should do to try to get away. Digi and Beacon, which has to do with like the river Styx, right? There's some backstory to it. I don't know what exactly. Okay, this tower is almost fucking gone too. It's like we're almost just losing in terms of the turrets, but we're winning in terms of the kills a little bit, almost doubling them up now, in fact. But now we're gonna get fucked down here. You shouldn't leave. Don't leave to jungle. We gotta actually do this shit. Because this tower is pretty much gone. Destroyed a middle tower. And we're both two melee characters together. Like, this is not a very good look. Yeah, I'm out of fucking mana and shit too, but let's just push them back. Yeah, this is kind of a bad combination, even though it is kind of cool. Gotta keep pushing your dumbass back, try to finish this off that I failed to do. Arachne has to do both herself because I suck so bad. See, now is where the jungler typically just gets out of there because you say fuck it. But I guess we're strong enough to just deal with that. Like, now we should just get out of there. Oh shit, she's going in, dude. Whatever. If we get carried, that's actually the title theme of my title too, is like, you know, it's not getting carried, it's not getting lucky, it's divine intervention, as in literally, because, you know, if a god comes to help you, it's not divine intervention, it's actually teamwork, because I'm a god too. What exactly is the deal with this? Don't these things die? Somebody left the game. Let's see how strong this thing actually is. Yeah, that's actually why we lost the last one last time, because one of our teammates actually did leave the game, and we were actually winning on the score and everything too. Cooldown buff, even that stuff I don't mind as much, like the objectives, but sometimes that can feel a little arbitrary too. No, what we need in a game like this is the mindset of like a fucking, like a Smash Brothers Final Destination, 1 stock, 3 stock, whatever, no items, right? That's the way we got to think of it. We got to still kind of protect this lane, but now it becomes kind of open season with respect to the simple fact that you're going to get ganked yourself, because now you have no towers in between if you go too far to basically protect your dumbass. And so I'm content with just staying here the whole game, right? It's not my job to jungle and help other people, but I'm going to have to practice. I'm going to read that shit again too after we win this one though. Oh, that was a bad dive by them. Or this would be the perfect... Wait, this Arachne is actually pretty good. It couldn't be a fucking getting carried by a jungler diff. But now it'll be a true diff of whoever quit. Right, that's the only diff you're going to get, is the diff of literally your opponent not even being there. The turtle one, or whatever, this is going to be more defensive-minded. I'm just kind of ignoring everything and just fucking trying to dive all the way here, but there is a good maybe jungling opportunity here. If I like go into here and just kill somebody from behind, I'm gonna steal the jungler's thunder axe, right? Just the way you can see their health bars is so good. Middle tower, isn't that where I am though? Okay, fine. Fuck. Just kind of wandering around and try to get... This would be something I would do a lot, actually, although there's 2 of them there, so I'm a little worried about it. They're probably going to get this tower. I'm even, like, letting them have it. I would, like, go behind them. So I would pretend like, oh, I'm distracted and I'm just at a different thing. But then you come back and circle behind them here. This one is almost dead, but we've held on to it for a while. And they're dealing with this stupid-ass totem and shit, too. This doesn't seem to stun them as reliably as I maybe expect, but... This is going to be bad because they are going to actually, like... This guy's so fucking tanky. What's going on? I mean... That was kind of expected, but we're still up enough on the score that you would expect it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Right? I don't think there was much I could have done about it there. So F and G, I don't even know exactly what they do. You got the jungler kind of incoming here a bit. No, it didn't seem like I could do hardly any damage to him at all. So now at least you can push them back a little bit. Because you feel like, you know, going out at that stage is a little bit dangerous. I'm not really even noticing what my pet is doing. Like, sure, it's adding a bit of damage in, but I just kind of like to hit stuff too much where the stupid last hit cheese... I would change that mechanic. I would make it like residual, where it's like let's push this all the way back and then we just go and it does some amount of damage, but I don't really believe it's that crazy. But it seemed like we even got a kill with it there for a second. We're 4-1-5, which is not bad. It's just we're clearly not the standout. 0-4, 0-7, 12-1, 8-1. The Arachne is definitely killing it. It's gonna be like a team fight in the middle here, maybe. Double-edged sword. Win a match where your team has killed twice as many gods. I didn't even notice what was happening with that. Like, I'm completely just doing my own shit. But it's fine. We won the top lane, even though we didn't, really. I mean, we destroyed the towers there, too. Whatever. We get carried by Arachne, who was very good. I gotta credit. In fact, I'll even give a commendation here. How about that? Commend your team. How do you actually commend? Here. Invite to party? No. What does it show? Like, did I... Whatever, you've earned 5 rewards. And I like how he keeps track of how many times I've logged in, too, because... Rate matchmaking. Only thing I don't like is that it doesn't... whatever, it doesn't show you all the stats, you know, after the fact. 3, 5, and 2, 2, 6, and 3, 1, 7, 0, 1, 3... 5-3, so they were just all bad. I didn't even have a very good game, so I was kind of like middle. As long as you're not bad. These 2 people sucked. I'm kind of in the middle, and then these 2 people were actually good for whatever context we have here. God level is only 15. So I forget what the max God level is either. Let me read that stupid thing again because I didn't understand it at all. Like, I'm using it more so to get away, which kind of makes sense for a melee character who's always going in there, but you're also using it to try to chase somebody down or to finish them off. Damages all enemies. Mink is like the little badger type thing. I don't know how to even describe these. Damages all enemies stopping on the first god hit, increasing attack and movement speed for 4 seconds. Turtle gains a shell. Okay, so I don't really care as much about that, or rather that's what it means. If you're going in aggressively, become the mink. If you're going away defensively, become the turtle. That would be the logical way to look at it. Or it's almost like you could do a mini sub format within this too. Instead of changing the game mode every time you lose or whenever you lose, you could say, well, I'm going to change the game mode every time I win. So then you get a chance to win as every single mode as the same guy. So like, I won that, now I could switch to the next game mode and rotate until I lose. Or I'm doing it just more so I do the same game mode every single time with the same hero until I lose. So if I lose, then I'll play the next hero and do the 5v5 again here. Right, so I don't really care what the role is as much. I just don't like that map somehow. It's like there's too much shit going on and I don't really care as much. Like, I don't even mind team-based games as much, although I typically like 1v1 stuff. That's why I like chess so much, or that's why I like, not that that can't be, you know, 4-player chess or whatever too. But that's one thing that I don't like. Well, you know what we saw here last time was fucking Danny Phantom. I don't know what kind of random ass tie-in that is, but almost as random as Magic the Gathering, like with fucking Post Malone crossover, Transformers, My Little Pony, all this kind of stuff. Magic the Gathering is a serious and hardcore card game. Also, My Little Pony skin, go burr. And then you have yeah, I don't know why Danny Phantom was here, but no, my point was that, what do you call it? I like how these games make ranked like so unachievable too within these formats. You could say, oh, it's so bad, you know, it's just because I'm so bad or whatever, because I end up losing on all the, I lose with every character before I get to the ranked mode. But like in Overwatch that happened, Paladins that happened, it makes it take an eternity just to get to that point. Like getting to level 30 will take you a little bit of time. Why not just let you play in ranked? Everything is ranked, but just it's a low rank, like you're playing a bronze or something. I don't know why they treat it like even simply playing at ranked period is such a try-hard experience. North America, Mexico doesn't exist, by the way. You heard it here first. Or let me look at the alt too, because I didn't fully process what that was doing either. But I think it's something more defensive-minded. But what was I saying? Like the whole objective thing is like one extreme or the other. I'd want to just like be a turret buster and just focus on that, or I'd want to just team fight the whole time or whatever. But I don't really, I don't know. That's what I would often do in League for what little I play. Like I would just take out a whole row of turrets while everybody else is distracted doing a team fight or some shit. But then you end up winning even though you're down on the score. You might be losing the team fights and they'd be, oh yeah, get in the team fight. But then I take out like 3 turrets in one shot and it's like, and the inhibitor, and it's totally worth it. Let's see, what was it? Oh yeah, taunts them, gaining mitigation for 4 seconds. Afterwards, if he's still alive, he's healed. So, I mean, that's okay, but it's not really too exciting. What else was I going to say? Like, oh yeah, I kind of underestimate how long these can go on for, too. Like, one of these 5v5 type 3-lane maps could go on for like an hour by itself. So with how short my episodes are for this, right, I kind of underestimated that like one game could be the whole fucking episode. Because if it's an hour episode and the thing, one match could take that long, that's especially true in League. I remember that happening all the time. It could take 40 minutes plus, even at a low rank, even just, you know, some intense kind of close back and forth type of game. So what we're going to do is we're going to, you know, it could be a problem though. So he was solo though. That's what it showed me. So since he's solo, that means I can change my role to solo and whatever. So I just need to make sure we get him. It's almost to the point where I would just quit out of the match if I didn't get him, just because, you know, I don't know. I haven't read through the abilities of the other, and that's clearly going to help me. So, no, I can't do it, though. I can't do it. No. I can't. No, give me the other fucking... How do I re-roll myself? Just let me get him. I don't care. Yeah, you can just ignore that shit. I don't care what. Why does it always do that thing with the skin? I'll just do it anyway. I don't care. I don't want to fucking carry. I'll carry you at the bottom with him. I mean, again, there's some flexibility with the roles. Like, what if I just want to do that? Or what if you're good enough and there's some kind of meta? Everybody just assumes, like, oh, you're meant to be this role. But what if I want to be something else? Like, XP boost kind of shit, pay to win type mechanic. It's not going to affect actually the game though. I think it's just your overall experience as your account, but still, like, yeah, really, like have 5 tanks or have 5 support and just all play the bottom lane. And like, I like those kind of zany strategies. Like, don't always do it the same way. Let's bust up the League of Legends / Smite opening theory and like have Mordekaiser be on the bottom even though he's typically mid, and just see what happens, right? Why not have that creative imagination, put Mordekaiser and Lux in the bottom and put fucking Kale in the middle and just whatever, right? All these interesting team comps and different things. That's why I don't like, even in League, like where it might restrict your ability to basically do something with respect to the this dude, like, it's like fucking Ash Ketchum on the bottom. Or that's actually my same character still. He's got his little dog there. The thing is that, yeah, like, you have to have 3 DPS, 1 tank, 1 healer. Why can't you have 5 healers if you want and just see what happens? Like, you might say, oh, it's not meant to be done like that. But if you're willing to do it and you come up with a creative, you know, team comp that makes that work, that can be some of the most fun things you can do with the game. I will actually go bottom and just fuck around with it, but whatever. My chat's turned off. So even if they bitch, what can I do? What are they gonna vote to kick me or something? Because like Anubis wants the thing. I can't remember if I played as Anubis or Ra in the past. Not really that I played a lot, but I just I remember that he was like shooting shit with the spear, his staff, but I can't remember if I think I'm confusing the two together, Anubis and Ra. Even at the beginning, I'll be sort of lazy about it, but who is even the jungler? I don't even know. But Arachne did a brilliant job as the jungle. And I think Anubis is supposed to go top, but I don't know. What is this 3 thing with a little mouth? Is that part of the experience boost shit that he gave or what? But no, it's like it makes perfect metaphorical sense too that, oh, you're the solo because you know, you're the solo lane because you have the pet with you, so you're truly never alone. You're always a duo. You know, you don't need another player. You have your little pet with you. But no, I'm always a fan of 1v1 type of games or even like free-for-all type of formats. I'm not the biggest fan of team-based stuff because, whatever, if you lose, they'll say, oh, you could say, oh, haha, I only lost because it's my team's fault. They're holding me back, and people incessantly bitch about that. Tyler won even all the time in League. Oh, it's the teammate's fault, which it very well might be, but you don't want that dynamic. So I don't want to lose and then say, oh, it's the team's fault, and I don't want to win and then say, oh, I got carried by the team. So if I win, you know, you can never lose. You can never win. Like, you'll win, but they'll say, oh, you got carried. Or you'll play really well, but then you'll say, oh, you still lost. Haha. Like I'm literally Luka Doncic over here. But the point is that people are shitting on his defense, even though he's so fucking good in led the playoffs in every other category. So either you do that or you say, you know, whatever, you play really well, but you lose. So, oh, you're just stat padding and you're not a team player, or you play really well, or you play really badly and you win, but then, you know, oh, you got carried by your team or something. So it's a 2v1 here. So somebody should be coming over. I don't even mind doing that either. I can solo bottom. Fuck it. Because, or that guy's just sort of jungling too. I don't mind it because of the simple fact that, yeah, see, I'm not going to worry about pings or any shit, dude. I'm going to assume they're all bots and shit. I just don't care. That's the thing. I'm just going to do my own shit. I'm going to face roll. And just mechanically and everything, you should still be fine. But no, you should do certain call outs for mid purposes that, like, oh, you know. I mean, this is meant to be a 2-lane sort of scenario anyway. What? I'm not very good at watching my health either because of the angle of my shit here. My mic kind of blocks it in part, which is the same excuse I use on the generator in Dead by Daylight. I can't see the fucking prompt, but it does actually have a certain relevance. So that was me just overcommitting for no reason. You never want to do this sort of feeding early. That's the way it can get really bad. But no, this might not be the best spot for my dumbass to be, but there's not much we can do about it. Our tower's already getting fucked up. This 3 ability is perhaps not the best one to have at the beginning, but it is a good way to at least get away. Let's just try to farm out these stupid ass last hits, which I'm not a big fan of that. You know, the way that you could say that, yeah, see, even the 2 is just so important. The way that you could say it is that you want to basically, you want to basically put yourself in a position where, you put yourself in a position where, whatever. Why are you playing so defensively? Oh, because you're a turtle. But I mean, you could have easily. What are you doing? Like, what the fuck is that? Everybody's like all too out of position. I don't really care. But no, you should probably get the 2 first. But I'm just letting it auto do it, or maybe I don't know exactly how it works. Oh, there we go. Now between the pin and the charge, you should be able to kill this person right now. What the fuck? Ah, that F. That F. You should always be able to get 1 kill there. I don't understand. Okay, I'm already fucking feeding. There's a 3v1 kind of context there, but one of them was so fucking low. Whatever. They're not going to get through this early, surely. 1 and 2 Anubis also, so we're all kind of feeding. And Anubis is supposed to be my replacement at top if I'm doing this. But like make it a gradual thing. Like if you hit them here, you still get a certain amount of gold for it instead of just only the last hit. Like why would that be a bad thing to do? You can get more for the last hit. But this dude has a pet too. Little baby turtle thing. Let's see. Yeah, maybe it'll just be only like 2 games per episode regardless of outcome because, okay, we better just not feed anymore. They're level 3, I'm level 3. Oh, come on. I like how much you can see these health bars though, like, it's so easy to, they're a little bit over leveled for us. But it's okay because what ends up happening is you kind of just, you know, you let them push back, but then they can only push so far because they're going to be afraid to fight you here. They have to give up the push eventually at some point. And so if you just look at their levels, we're kind of already behind in that regard. You can use the 3 to just kind of go back. I keep forgetting to use the 1. Always good to kind of peel them back a bit. I forget what the term is even called though. You're kind of harassing, you're kind of... Fuck. You're getting a little help from these clowns here, but doesn't matter. Let's just push this back. And that 3 is what you're really going to want to use to escape this shit too. Right, you want to use the 3 to get away if they attack me with the jungle and shit. That can be so hard to keep track of sometimes, but I guess that's why the call-outs and the pings and stuff are so important. Like, you could have the whole fucking team coming down here if I couldn't see their health bars so clearly. I probably should be a solo lane type of dude, because I just like to tunnel vision on one thing that I'm doing. Like, I don't want to help the other lanes, I don't want to do anything, I just want to do this one fucking thing. Which is not a very good way to play, but... Come on, you don't do it like enough base damage here. Fuck off. Never enough to fuck with this fucking clown. It's a 2v1, but we're still losing it, and this person's a little underleveled now too. Like, they're letting themselves be so low that you almost want to sneak around. Like, watch.
Your left tower is under attack.
Fuck. Yeah, the real sneaky jungle maneuver there, dude. Fuck off. See, like, at least don't fucking feed too much. Even if you're bad, you don't have to feed that much. But just, you'd rather do less. Less is more. Not gonna be enough. You're gonna need that fucking clown turtle to come in. I don't have the confidence to always go in there like that. Like, you should just go in for the kill there. I don't even have enough mana. But no, this whole idea of just letting them push in. Look how low they're getting, dude. Look how low. You could have easily killed them there. I just don't have the desire. Like, just somebody come in and fucking do it. That turtle's not doing anything. I'm happy with just letting them keep going back and forth here, even though they are level 8. It's a little bit concerning. They're letting themselves get extremely low. Come on. Fucking turtle isn't doing anything either. You're no Arachne, that's for sure. Come on. Alright, just push this and then I'll try to help out the middle, I guess, but I'm getting tempted in by this shit. Look how close you are, man. Look how low you are. I have to do it. But see, at least if you're gonna do that, you should hard commit and do it. Like, you know, you should always commit all the way and actually get a kill. I did both things wrong there. That I'm turret diving, but then I don't even have the balls to follow through with it. So like, look, this is maybe a little bit my fault, but everybody's just kind of feeding. I just give up on the bottom. Let's just try to do something here. Fuck it. Two, 5, what am I? 0, 3. I mean, I certainly am not pretending like I'm doing much here, but let's try to push back the middle a little bit.
Your left tower, your technique is flawed. Killing spree.
I mean, that does go pretty fucking impressively far. Okay, this one is just a feeding fucking fiesta frenzy. 1, 3, and 0, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 5, and 1, 0, 4. I guess I did die more than I thought too.
Your middle tower is under attack.
This is like a total team failure, so it's not entirely my fault, but clearly, you know, that's the upside and the downside of this sort of format too, is you'll sometimes get carried by them, but sometimes it's like, even if I did better here, I doubt it would have made the difference in the whole game, but you never know. If you get like some sort of strategically timed team kill, you might be able to do something here.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your right tower is under attack. Your left tower is under attack.
Yeah, they're all fucking under attack. This announcer's going fucking crazy. Goon gremlins. Doesn't goon mean something in like an Urban Dictionary sense that's like a little stimuli acme not safe for work? I don't know when or how or exactly why it took on that meaning, but I feel like I don't know what we're really supposed to do here. I mean, no, I don't have the killer instinct to like really go for a kill in a crazy sort of way. No, don't surrender though. Like, let's actually get our fucking time's worth. But I don't think I can take like full blame for this. I'm not saying I played particularly well, but you know, you can just like basically do nothing and 2 and 6, 3 and 6. Like my stat line is still maybe the worst because I didn't even get a single kill, but that turtle wasn't doing shit though either. It's like this little feeding frenzy that everybody feeds early and then you end up getting fucking rolled over later, and it really isn't much later at that. You need at least one person doing well, and then you can kind of try to pick up the slack, but that certainly isn't me. Like, nobody really did much. 2 kills, 3 kills, 2 kills, like none of that is enough to do anything. Where the fuck did you go? Ah, that stupid ass shit. Look at how this person's moving. Like, what is this? How are they? They're not even afraid of dying. Are you serious? What is this? What is that shit? I'm so confused. I don't even know what happened. Yes, they have good mobility abilities, but they're basically just trolling there. And I don't have much confidence, I guess, in my base auto attack damage or something. Oh, I guess I'm overestimating this too because I'm not going to be able to do anything because I'm just way under level, like 6 levels below them. At least with that other guy, I was like 4 levels below. The only way you can do this is if you like hug your base and then you sort of keep picking up kills here and there, and then you team kill them and then you rush down their base by the time they respawn, because the respawns become so long here, regardless of whether this dude's got his Twitch channel in his name. What kind of a clown would do that? Wink, wink. But at least for mine, it's not obvious that it's a Twitch name. It just happens to be my name on everything now. But yeah, I'm literally level 9. That's a good indicator too of how bad you're doing, even though I'm talking shit about the fucking turtle. Because I don't like to do all the jungling type shit. I leave that for everybody else. Let them have their shit. You know, I could bust a couple turrets while I wait, but then I'll also die in the process. Like, get rid of this shit. This mechanic seems kind of pointless though, because you're not even under threat of the thing as you're doing it. I mean, I don't know what we would have hoped to accomplish there. 0623929. I mean, at least they're getting killed somehow, but not very many.
An enemy has been slain.
It's partly my fault, but 1 to 2 has not agreed. It just becomes kind of very one-sided that way, though. Like, what could you do really to recover now, right? You've fed them so much that you're just kind of screwed. But this tower is still pretty alive and well, so how can you really hope to fight me here like this? But you'll just use your stupid-ass mobility ability. Like, what happened? I don't know how this guy's thing works. He just vanishes. Cool. Come on, just stay on him, actually do something. Or sometimes the auto-attacking... Fucking so stupid. Sometimes the auto-attacking when you, Yeah, this is a great idea. Do a team fight when you're fucking already getting farmed out so hard. Although a lot of people did get low, it's just not quite enough. Even that one kill that I thought I had just gotten, he just fucking vanishes. I don't know how that guy worked. Like, I don't even know my own abilities, so how am I supposed to know all the other heroes' abilities? That's why it is pretty fun to play these games actually blind, because it's like, yeah, of course, you should know everything, but you won't even know what all these abilities are that people are doing. Right? Even if you play the game for a certain amount of time, you're not going to know necessarily everything like that. Now you should just sit in your base and not even try to go out. And the reason why you should do that is because like, no matter how bad your team is, you should never get destroyed quite like this, though. You have to play a little more disciplined, at least at the very beginning. And it's going to come to find out that these are still bots, but I don't really see how, or even if they are, then it just means that you're getting... your teammate bots are getting farmed so hard that it makes it unfair. Like, I didn't do anything that disproportionate. Well, I guess 0 and 7 is still pretty bad, but I didn't do anything that disproportionate at the beginning that should have swayed it this much. But obviously, I didn't do anything good either. Like, you should just be 0 and 0 then, at least. Like, even if you're not going to do anything. This would be a bad 2v1 sort of thing anyway. Right, even with the 2v1, we're not going to win that when he's literally level fucking 17.
Your left tower is under attack.
Okay, somebody's actually dying in the middle there, but then they don't actually die. At level 14, we could at least deal with. Yeah, this whole temptation to auto-attack is interesting because you kind of put yourself in a position where you kind of slows down your movement.
An enemy has been slain.
I mean, they're getting a kill here and there, but it's so lopsided that it's hard for me to believe. What is that thing where you just go in the fucking ground? Like, you're not going to be able to do anything anyway, dude. Yeah, just teleport to some fucking thing, but it's not going to happen during combat like that. I'm surprised it even lets you attempt to do it. English or Spanish. I mean, English, just because I speak it, doesn't mean it's really, like, objectively better or anything.
Killing spree.
Clearly, it's the team diff, though. I mean, the first game, I was pretty pedestrian too. Like, I didn't do anything special there, but you're able to upgrade your shard to a new relic, which I've never really even done that, and I don't even know fully entirely how to do it. But no, we've fallen back behind so far that I don't know how this is going to work. You get the Phoenix and then you get the back base like the Titan. Is kind of how the other mode worked at least. But the Phoenix does grow back because at least, you know, he gets an egg and everything like that. This guy's always level 16, so I can't complain too much about his overall capability. Get out of there though, revenge. I'm surprised I even got that kill. Maybe that stupid thing does more than I thought, or I don't know. You're not gonna be able to do shit against the level fucking whatever. Or even if you get him low, then it'll be like it's just a clone or some shit. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is, dude. Ah, that stupid ass thing keeps bothering me. What is this sort of bait shit, man? Yeah, Erlang Shen diff. I hate that fucking thing. What is this fucking F, dude? With the other character, it was like a whoever moves first is gay. It was like a teleport thing. What is this stupid ass F that's gonna like be a recall? I don't need that shit, dude. I'm not choosing any of this, by the way, too. Which maybe I should, but it's just annoying. I keep hitting it by accident, then it opens up that stupid map. I just don't want it there. Or like, again, I keep doing it to try to warp around. But everything is sort of just on rails. Like, I'm not worried about the shop. I'm not worried about the abilities. And none of that is like an excuse either. And I'm not saying I'm not allowed to do it, but I just so far haven't done it. Like, everything there is sort of automatic and just whatever. It's sort of auto-skilling. Which it really should do the two first. I feel like that would be more useful in the early game. But I guess we won't even get to play as this guy ever again. Or we could try to do some crazy turret push. If you just drag it out. But there's no reason why you should be going out like this at this stage in the game. Right? There's nothing that you can really do. Try to just sort of farm out experience. Pyromancer. Now that wasn't in the other thing, was it? Or is that just one of the overall objectives? I mean, this one dude at least got to level 18. Or I'm acting like level 18 is actually the max. Makes it seem like you're actually doing something, but then you end up just not even doing anything at all. Or that guy's actually doing pretty good. Even if I rack up assists, it'll make my death total look a little better, but that's the one thing you just shouldn't do. Like, you'd rather just sit in base and do nothing than even end up feeding. Speed camp. Okay. Oh, Sorrow X on Twitch. But, like, why is he playing an unranked game with a clown like me if he's so good? Like, he's got his fucking whole... He's a professional SMITE player, literally. The Phoenix is still okay. You can kind of drag this shit out in a way that can be really annoying for them, I bet. But I think we already kind of know the way this is going. He still got away from there. I'm kind of impressed by that. Keep kind of peeling them a little bit, but it's never going to be enough to actually kill them. That's the problem with it. Like, how are you not getting punished for this positioning? That's what I don't get. It's maybe my fault for mishitting that so much. They're literally just living on the turret like it doesn't even fucking matter. Like, I don't get it. I'm not even dead, but it's just... They're just way too over leveled to even be able to do anything. Deicide is always a pretty badass thing instead of, like, you know, in other games, oh, killing spree or this or that. But this is where you could make it super annoying. Even if they kill the Phoenix, you can just wait. It's almost like an inhibitor mechanic in a way. You wait a while, you delay it, and then it grows back. It comes back, so it's not even a big deal. Right, it doesn't mean you just kind of have to deal with that. This guy looked kind of low on health, which means I won't be able to do fuck all to him. Like if I was really good, I could kill all. Oh shit. Yeah, nice fucking. They don't even try to kill you though. I don't get it. I'm only level 15 myself, so why wouldn't they try to kill me there? We're actually probably getting farmed by bots, but is that really my fault? Because all I did was like I died a couple times. Well, I died a couple times at the beginning, but you know what I mean? Why would it be that lopsided? If it's just like bots versus bots or whatever. The whole trick is don't try to go too far outside because you end up in a position where, what is this, like a mimic chest type of shit? Yeah, I mean, you just can't mash this shit, dude. Even though he's literally the same character as me, but I mean, it's a total team thing, dude. Even if I was trying to fucking feed or something on purpose, right? I wouldn't be able to make it this lopsided. The Faultless Kuzenbo. Looks like you have plenty of faults in this game, dude. So is that like actually our Titan? So that looks pretty badass, and it's probably gonna die right here. They don't seem really all that tanky, or by the time you get to that point, it becomes like super easy. Like, you're just so strong. Okay. I'm not going to say that that's not my fault, but it did seem extremely lopsided to the point. So let's just let's give this guy a eulogy and then look at what we would play as potentially next time. What's my elo in that game? Fucking negative 1000. Yeah, what is that game that used elo that I was surprised by too? I do not deserve a commendation for fucking jack shit, dude. It's like a sarcastic one. Like Polytopia uses Elon Musk's favorite game ever. Polytopia uses the fucking elo system actually. Mighty Mutt. That one looks kind of a little bit disturbing actually. Who is that even supposed to be for though? Fenrir. Isn't that like Fenris from fucking WoW? Like Fenris Island? Must be obviously what that's based on. Hachiman would be next. Let me guess, he's a melee character too. Like, why can't I just fucking be my true spirit animal in gaming, which is like a mage, degenerate from a distance, you know? So Arachne I like, Cleodana I like, Shen was okay, but I enjoyed Arachne's whole thing with the fucking slowdowns and the webs and everything. So next time we'd probably play as Hachiman, assuming they don't change the rotation. It's not even like a monthly rotation though, so I don't get it. It's like once a season maybe that they do it. We have what was I gonna do? I'm gonna read the lore. Many are the legendary tales of Erlang Shen. Hearing the riverlands surrounding his home were consumed by floods, he went to engineer new dams and canals, yet the true source of disaster proved to be an evil dragon. When, with 7 companions, he ambushed the bee. Yeah, we would need 7 for this fucking kind of matchup that we just had. I mean, we got the one little dinky dog. Cowardly and quick, the dragon slithered into the rapid river waters, but Erlang Shen captured it with a great chain and bound it beneath a shrine. Thus the flood subsided. Imagine if they just copy pasted this shit from like Wikipedia. Like, look up Athena, look up Aphrodite. Like, this isn't the game's lore, this is just real lore about the gods. When Sun Wukong's troublesome antics drew the ire of the... Did that game even ever come out? There was some Wukong game. And that's what Goku, I guess, is based on too, right? Or maybe not. Troublesome antics drew the ire of the Jade Emperor. Erlang Shen faced the Monkey King on the battlefield. For every form Sun Wukong took, Erlang Shen transformed as well. This isn't even their final form. Across the sea and sky and land they battled. Thus was Sun Wukong sent fleeing for his life. When the people were plagued by demons and monsters, Erlang Shen slaughtered them to keep his countrymen safe. Three-bladed spear in hand and hunting dog at his side, no evil could threaten the innocent or the empire. Thus Erling came to be loved and worshipped. A goddess mother and a mere mortal father, he is of 2 worlds. He is both sage and a soldier, humble yet regal, his veins filled with the blood of men and the divine blood of his uncle, the Jade Emperor. Having risen above his forbidden origins, Erlang Shen has proven himself among the greatest heroes in the Jade Empire. Perhaps that is why he now takes the field. No demon nor dragon nor even the Monkey King himself has stood against him and won. To save the people, to save the world, Erlang Shen will fight, and another legend will be born. That was a pretty good, badass sort of biography telling all his exploits. Let's just look at this guy. Hachiman, Lord of the Eight Banners. Joust, deal quest. Okay, none of that matters. Japanese, physical. Oh my god, what is with physical? But no, it's still going to be hunter as in range, not melee though. Not even that I mind those. Actually, in some ways, I actually quite liked it, but just, you know, I like the auto attack element even being taken out of it. The fact that you're not just holding down on their portrait, like on their icon of their character. You actually have to, even though people would just say, oh, just hold down the attack button, but it feels a little more hands-on at least still. When Hachiman toggles on this ability, let's see what he's about. Master of Arms, he grows stronger as he lands his blows. Hitting, I'll of course read this again next time too, but so we can only fit in fucking 2 games of that format, but at least I get to go back to the other format. So I didn't really like that one as much. Like, we get it. If you want to do that, just go play fucking League of Legends and try hard that shit. Buff. Grows stronger as he lands blows. Hitting enemies with basic attacks energizes him, granting, or wait, maybe it is melee. No. Or like he has both. He has a fucking sword and that. Grows stronger as he lands blows. Hitting enemies with base attacks, energizing, granting attack speed of MP and MP5, stacks up to 5 times the last 8 seconds. Okay. When he toggles on this abilities, instead of basic attacking, he fires a series of arrows that travel further and deal additional damage. Each hit may trigger item effects for basic attacks and critical hit. Instead of basic attacking, he uses arrows, travel further, and deal, further than a melee strike, not a very high standard, and deal additional damage. Okay, Heavenly Banner, Hachiman calls down. What do I know this name even from? I feel like there's a Yu-Gi-Oh card maybe based on him or something. I mean, there's probably a lot of things. I just know it very specifically from somewhere. Calls down sacred banners from heaven. Imagine my knowledge of fucking theology and culture comes entirely from fucking card games. Card game and MMO references. Hachiman calls down sacred banners from heaven, damaging all enemies in range, okay, an AoE. Granting himself attack speed and leaving a banner. He's very much about attack speed, as we can tell. Leaving a banner which buffs his and allied attack speed while in range. Like, all that kind of stuff will be more meaningful too here in a 5v5, because you'll always be just kind of grouped up instead of, you know, you want to team fight the whole game. That's what that first game mode is, and kind of what the other game mode is too, because you're just kind of pushing as a team always. EU Jutsu, this is some fucking Naruto reference over here. Dash stun damage. When he dashes forward, damaging and passing through enemies. Upon reaching his destination, he swings his blade in a full circle, hitting all enemies within range. If hit by both attacks, they're stunned. Dashes forward, damaging and passing through, and then he swings it back, full circle. Okay. Mounted archery is his ultimate. Cone slow damage. Leaps on his horse and charges forward. While mounted, he is immune to crowd control and can aim separately from the direction of his horse. He may fire to launch an arrow at every enemy god within a cone. Okay, so that seems always interesting. It'll be like our first range character, right? Hunter, high single target damage, high mobility, ranged, physical, right? So let's see what the descriptors are. Greek physical assassin. This was Celtic physical assassin. Then this was Chinese physical warrior, and then this is Japanese physical hunter. Okay, see you tomorrow.